Hello, hello các bạn. Hello, is everyone here? Hello. Hello, hello. Is Lucky here? Hello, hello. Hôm nay mình sẽ luyện speaking và listening nha các bạn. Sao chưa thấy bạn nào ở đây hết vậy? Hello Thảo Nunu. Bạn nào muốn luyện speaking thì cứ request lên cho cô cho mình luyện nha. Hello, hello. Alright. So, is anyone here? Hello Hoa Hồng Xanh. Hello Tùng Lâm. Hello Hàn Châu. Hello Lucky. Lucky lên với cô xíu nha. Chưa thấy bạn nào lên hết. Alright. So, hello Lucky. Where's everyone else? Hello 27. Lucky lên nói 1-2 câu trước nha em, để các bạn biết là format của mình như nào nha. Alright. So, hello Phương. Sao Lucky? Em cứ lên thôi. Mình buôn dưa lê xíu cũng được. Không thấy nút request hả? Vui dữ vậy ta. Không thấy nút request luôn hả? Để cô coi bên cô có. Cô vừa mời em á Lucky. Em coi bên em có không? Để cô check coi. Em cũng không thấy nút request luôn hả? Không được luôn hả? Kỳ gì ta? Cô thấy có nút request bên cô này. Dạ. Giao diện em không thấy hả? Giao diện cô thấy nè. Hello, hello. Alright. Giao diện em không thấy hả? Bây giờ phải có một bạn thì mình mới thấy được. Em thử hỏi bạn Notu hay là hello Sườn Bì Chả. Sườn Bì Chả ơi, cô thử request xem rồi em có thấy không nhá. Em thử ấn nút request xem Sườn Bì Chả. Tại nãy hồi bạn Lucky không thấy, mà nick bên này của cô thì thấy này. Hello. Hello, hello.
Cô mời thì vào được á, mà em không thấy nút request.
Ồ, vậy hả? Cô mời thì vào được. Ok, hello bạn thích lang thang. Thế thì sao ta? Thôi cho mình cứ làm đi nhá. Mình cứ làm bài đi, xong rồi bạn nào muốn request thì... Ủa? Sườn Bì Chả em tự ra hay sao? Em không thấy ô của bạn hả? Thế chắc cô out ra vô lại nhá. Xong rồi Lucky với cả lang thang với cả... Rồi có nút request rồi hả? Ok Hằng Hạ. Vậy em lên thử đi. Em lên thử test giúp cô cũng được. Right. Em đổi account. Ok, vậy em tự out. Rồi, ok. Hello Ngọc. Alright. Lucky, vậy cô thử add em lên lại nha Lucky. Em xem có thấy request chưa? Nãy bạn Sườn Bì Chả cũng bảo là bạn ấy thấy được request nhưng mà không có ấn được nút đấy lúc đầu. Ok, Sườn Bì Chả quay lại giúp cô nhé. Hằng Hà em thử lên thử xem. Cô đang invite em á. Nếu mà ngại không nói cũng được. Lên thử để cô test lúc trước. Không thấy hả Lucky? Alright. Hello Hằng Hà.
Dạ hello cô.
Hello. Nãy là em có thấy nút request không? Hay là cô ấn thì em mới lên được?
Khi bạn Sườn Bì Chả bạn đó được cô request thì nó mới hiện cái nút request ở trên đó cô. Còn nếu mà thì không có thấy được.
Còn lúc trước thì chưa thấy đúng không Hà? Còn bây giờ là em thấy nút request rồi đúng không?
Bây giờ cô mời nên em cũng chưa thấy nút request đâu luôn.
Thế hả? Có người mời lên mới thấy. Ok. Thôi cho mình cứ luyện nói ha. Hà có muốn luyện luôn không?
Thôi để bữa sau cô ngại quá.
Vậy hả? Thế thì ở đây với cô xíu nhá, trước khi các bạn lên nhá. Vậy là Hà cũng hay lên xem live của cô đúng không?
Dạ, để hôm nào tự tin hơn thì em nói cô.
Ok, được, thoải mái, không sao hết. Alright, rồi chắc cô sẽ để bạn Kate lên nhé. Bạn Kate, Gate. Ok Hà, cảm ơn em nhiều nha. Ok. Ủa? Ủa? Trời ơi.
Nhưng mà
Bây giờ làm sao để chỉnh đây? Ok. Alright, ổn rồi hả Lucky? Ok, em thấy em rồi. Hello, Văn Quyết. Văn Quyết có muốn lên luyện không? Ok, rồi, nãy bạn Serena vẫn lên như bình thường đúng không? Đâu có gì đâu mà tự dưng thấy layout nó khác khác đúng không? Hello?
Em bấm vào chỗ gas ấy.
Em có bấm
Gas.
vào chỗ nào? Ok. Là em tự thấy cái request chứ không phải là cần ai request em lên đúng không?
Vâng.
Okay, great. Okay, so it's back to normal. Let's practice together. So, Gate, hello, hello. How are you?
Xin chào cô ạ.
How are you today?
Yes, I'm pretty good.
Good to hear that. By the way, Gate, I haven't seen you in a long time. What have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Yes, like at noon I usually take a nap and don't engage in your live stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have you had lunch?
Yeah.
Good, good. All right. So let's start with part one. Yeah? So,
Okay.
are there a lot of flowers where you live?
Yes, I reside in Vietnam. So like Vietnam is a tropical country. So there's a bunch of flower that people grow, seed and grow. And yes, there are bunch of flowers in my area.
Okay, very nice, Gate. So, can you talk a little bit more? So, you talk about the reason, right? Because Vietnam is a tropical country, so there's a bunch of flowers in here. Elaborate a bit more, like what kind of flowers and where do they normally grow? Maybe some flowers only grow in Đà Lạt, right? And some other flowers, yeah. So, name them. Yeah, you see what I mean, yeah, Gate?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, okay. Well done. Stick around for listening. If you have time, you can have lunch or you can do something while listening to other people speaking as well. Yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And of course, you can request a second round. All right? Okay, so next is Colin. Hello, Colin.
Hello, like,
Yeah?
can you hear me clearly? It's been like a long time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, always try like at least shadowing a bit here and there, but I don't see any improvement, like visible improvements yet.
I see. Well, the thing is that first of all, improvement does not come in like one day or after one practice session. So as long as you keep doing it and you keep the fire within you, like you still love learning languages, love English, then it will come to you. Okay, and spend time on it, like what you're doing now. I haven't seen you in a long time. Have you been busy with studying at school?
Actually, like, I'm trying to like restrain myself from using TikTok, you know? I was overusing it, so I want to delete it in a or try to restrict it in a period, a certain period of time instead of like just like doom scrolling anytime that I want.
I understand. So, Colin, you can be productive on TikTok as well. So, you can join my live stream from Monday to Friday, lunchtime. So, you can open it up and study. Yeah.
The thing is like the restriction, I just have like 30 minutes restriction for TikTok. So
Yeah.
after it's not 30 minutes, I'm not gonna use it. But it's so tempting just at the start of the day, I'm literally gonna be on TikTok and the TikTok algorithm is so like better than any other
Yes.
app. Right?
Yes. That
I
I
don't
agree.
have the urge to use Facebook. I don't have the urge to use like any other
Any
apps, but
others?
TikTok,
Yes.
it's just like it knows what I want.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, okay. So I love TikTok, by the way. Colin.
I
Anyways,
wouldn't
yeah,
mention any
yeah.
specific app though.
Yeah, it's okay. So, Colin, let's do question number 12. Yeah. So, do you take photos of flowers in your daily life?
Flowers are a very interesting thing to take a look at, but to be obsessed with flowers or different types of flower, I wouldn't say so because I am not very big on flower. Because it's kind of blunt, but I'm not a flowery boy. I I believe that you have to look a certain way to love flower, and my look is not that sweet, and I'm not a sweet person too. So maybe I love something that is like sharp, that is like um, a cubic instead of like that flowery things.
Okay, very good, Colin. So, you like some things with ages, right? Yeah, something with
What?
ages. Yeah, rather than something too sweet. Okay. So,
Edges.
ages. Yes, I just edges. I just sent it on the comment section for you. So yeah, you say but you need to answer the question a bit clearer. Like because of that, you don't take photos of flowers. You're not a flower person, so you just don't take like any photos of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, good. And then you have like a flowery boy. Yeah, that can be different. That can be interpreted differently. So later on you say I'm not a sweet person. Yeah, that make more sense. Okay, Colin?
So what does flowery boy mean?
So
I just kind of make it up. But
yeah,
flowery is a word, right?
yeah, in a sense, yes. So you can say like the way I understand it. So you can say you're a flower boy
Mạng điện thoại em
or
còn bắt chưa được.
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yeah?
can hear you.
Okay, Colin. So the thing about it is like this. So Colin, you're a flower boy, yeah. That means I don't know. It's not. It doesn't have the same meaning as what you wanna persuade. Maybe like you're not a flower person. Yeah, that make more sense. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
because like I just saw on social media and then a person used the word flowery girl. So I think that I'm not a flowery boy.
Flowery girl is okay. So does that mean they don't have the aesthetic? Like they don't like. By the way, it's spoken language. So it's like they don't have the normal aesthetics that you expect of a girl. They're very soft, very gentle. So that's why she say like, "Oh, I'm not a flowery girl." Yeah. Okay, Colin.
Okay.
Great job. You can request for second round, and then we'll give you a part 3 that time. All right. Okay, great job. So next is Serena. Hello, Serena. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm doing well.
Great to hear that. So lovely. Let's see. You want a part 1 or part 3?
I want to part 1.
Okay. Right. Last question of flowers. Do people in your country often send flowers to others?
Okay. Not really in normal days, but people in my country would love to send flowers on special occasions, like the human days or Valentine days. So we could find a lot of flower in every corner of the street. Yes.
Good, good. Very nice. A lot of flowers, right? So let's see. in every corner of the street. But what we want to know is, do people in Vietnam send flowers to others? So not just like flowers are sold everywhere, every single corner of the streets, but also they are being sent to different people. Okay, that the main question. Is that clear, Serena?
So should I uh, should I explain my answer?
Yeah.
The last
Last
one.
sentence. Yeah. Continue. Add one more sentence. So in those days, people tend to send. Yeah. Keep going.
In those days, people would tend to send flowers on special occasions.
Yes. So on those dates, yes, people will tend to send flowers, and to whom? To their loved ones, their mother, their sister, their wife or girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Wife or girlfriend, not end, I hope. Okay. So Serena, can you say this again? Country.
Country.
Not country, but country. Yeah, again. Country.
Country.
Good. And then next we have women.
Women.
Yes. Not who, yeah? It's the w sound, not the h sound. Okay.
Women.
Right. Well done, Serena. So stick
thank
around for
you.
listening.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. See ya.
See you.
Okay, so next we have Sun Bi Cha. Hello.
Hello, Miss Lina.
Hello. Shall I call you Harry then? Okay. So let's start with your first question, yeah?
Part 3 question.
You want a part 3? I'm actually moving on to part 1 for you, but do you want a part 3?
I don't know. I just want to try.
Okay, yeah, sure. Very good. Let's do this one. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of being a famous child?
Oh. Mm,
Harry, do you want me to help you?
yeah, I have no idea with this question. My
Okay.
heart just yeah.
Let me give you a part 1 because the part 1 is quite easy to start with, and then gradually I give you more part 3 later. Yeah?
All right.
Okay. So, let's see. Nãy có một bạn nào đăng request mà chưa có vô được á. Các bạn cứ ấn request nha. Hàng chờ đang đầy thì mình cứ request xong rồi lần lượt cô sẽ add các bạn vô nhé. Okay, so text messages, Harry. How often do you send text messages?
I would say that I text messages like every day, every single day. Yeah, because I find it is a effective way to communicate with my friends and any other people around the world. And I have no more idea.
Okay. And any person around the world? Okay, so the thing is, we have this effective way to communicate, right?
Yeah.
Effective way to communicate. And you say to text your friends. Text your friends and people around the world. Okay. Do you feel like you can compare a little bit? Like, so how often do you send? How often do you send text messages? Every day? How many times a week? Hello?
How many times? I do it a lot of times a day, so I don't know. Like most of the day, I text messages. I guess
How many times a day?
like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, 6 or 7 times. And I assume you will send SMS text and also like some apps, right? Yeah, so you can talk about it. First, answer the question directly. You send text messages every day, 6 to 7 times per day. So you use like the normal SMS service and different online apps. So you find text message to be an effective way to communicate. You can text your friends and people around the world. Problem solved. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well done, Harry. Okay. Any question?
No, I think I will request again for another chance.
Okay, well done. All right, see ya
Thank
later. Okay, so next we have Phúc Anh. Hello, Phúc Anh.
Yes, that's
Uh,
my name.
Okay, nice. Did you join yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you join with your
Yes.
mom yesterday? Or did you
Yeah.
join by yourself?
My dad forced me to, so I just talked to you.
Okay, nice. Okay, so let's do question number 2 for you. Okay.
Okay.
So, is sending text messages popular in your country?
Text messages. Sometimes, I don't know. I just don't know about that question. I never seen it popular before.
Never seen text messages. Yeah, that's true because since you're young, people don't actually use SMS text anymore. So perhaps you don't think it's popular. That's very understandable. You know what? I give you another question about flowers. Okay?
Okay.
Are there a lot of flowers where you live?
Sometimes there's a lot of flowers in park, and some places like dog park or something else like flower shops. And yeah, there's so many flowers. Yep. Yes.
Okay, right. So well done, Phúc Anh. If you want to do IELTS, you can talk about like what kind of flowers there are. Did you talk about dog park? Like the park where there are so many dogs? Hello? You
Yeah.
mean like duck pond, right? Yeah. Where they have the pond and also the park. Yeah. All right,
Yep.
interesting. So you can mention the name of the flowers and then it's good. So Phúc Anh, good pronunciation. But if you want to do IELTS, try to work on your ideas. But I know you're very young, very cute, so you have time. Okay?
Okay.
Right, great job. Stick around for listening in the second session if you're free, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye Phúc Anh's dad as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a nice day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye. Okay. Hello, Vince, my favorite student. Just bear with me. I'm gonna check the comment section first. Yeah. So yeah, at around like 12:30, we're gonna do listening. Okay, everyone. Các bạn thả tim live đi các bạn. Thả tim live và follow kênh cô nhé. Để Tẹo nữa listening của mình comment không bị ẩn nha. Yes, he's very adorable and great pronunciation. Ok, các bạn đang đợi ở hàng like chờ thì cứ đợi giúp cô nhé. Tại vì Tẹo nữa xong rồi thì cô với cả bạn admin sẽ cứ add mình vào dần thôi. Yes, rồi sẽ đến lượt mình thôi. Hello, Vince.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you? How are you doing today, Vince?
I'm doing okay now.
Good, good. So I can give you 2 questions today if you want. All right?
I'm afraid that can I let Golem be my turn? So I just finished my lunch.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Keep going and just send on the like the chat box like whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next is Colin. Hello, Colin. Hello, Colin. You're not there. If Colin is not there, then Miss Việt. Hello, Miss Việt. Can you start?
Hello, teacher. I'm ready.
Good. You want a part 1 today?
Yes.
Okay. So I give you a new one, different from yesterday, yeah? This one. Question number 2. Is sending text messages popular in your country?
Yes, teacher. Sending text messages is, I think, very gain popularity in my country because this day almost people almost people use their smartphone and download message app so that I can communicate with friends of anytime, anywhere with a Wi-Fi connection. It's free and convenient. So that's the reason. Not only young people, but also adults sending messages. That's all.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay, Miss Việt. It's not too many pauses, but still try to make it just a bit smoother and clear pronunciation as usual. Idea-wise, I want you to make it a bit shorter, the same idea, but try to explain it in a less lengthy way. Okay, Miss Việt?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Right, well done. See you around listening. I haven't seen you in listening. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. You are so beautiful.
Thank you very much. Okay, so bye, Mrs. Việt. Next we have Vince. Hello, Vince.
Hello.
Okay, you finished your lunch, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Okay, great. So let's see. Vince, you want to do 2 questions today?
I think it's fine.
I'll give you a part 3 first, okay?
Okay.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of being a famous child?
Advantages and disadvantages. Let me think. Well, I think being a famous child can come with several advantages. For instance, they often have access to more opportunities than others in their age, such as role in film or sponsorships deals or invitation to some important social events. They might also receive better education or training because of their family's financial ability or connections. Another benefit that I would think is that the attention they get from the public, which can boost their confidence. On the other hand, there are also clear disadvantages, and one major thing that pop in my mind is the lack of privacy. Since they constantly in the spotlight, even their small mistakes can be judged very hard by the media and the public. Also, being famous at a very young age might create pressure to meet high expectations, which can lead to stress or anxiety. So in some cases, they might not enjoy a normal child compared to other children. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well done, Vince. So, it's smooth, ideas-wise, logical. But again, I think I've been telling you this, right? You've been adding on a lot of ideas. I'd rather you have let's say 1 to 2 main ideas. Like for disadvantages, it's feel just right, not too many ideas, so you have room to develop them. a lack of privacy and high level of expectation. Those are all good ideas, but I feel like you should allow more rooms. For example, like high expectation. What kind of high expectation perhaps their parents or their public gonna put on them, right? Elaborate on that. Yeah, Vince?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is try not to like kind of like give out too many ideas here and there and develop each of them bit by bit, but try to keep like 1 or 2 ideas for advantages and 1 or 2 ideas for disadvantages and dig really very much deeper. Okay, Vince? And normal child, you mean like a normal childhood? Yeah, for them to experience a normal childhood. Okay?
Yeah.
And rolling, did you say rolling films and events? Did you say that?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, roles in films.
Roles. Okay. Right. Can you say again? Roles.
Roles.
Okay. And one idea, I think you can delete it and make more space for other idea. You say family, financial abilities, and connection. So this is quite far away from the question. You will need to establish a bridge first. Yes, agree that many child, especially like child actors in Hollywood, right? They have their family. They can be wealthy or they can have so many connections in the industry already. That's why the child can be so famous, like Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus. Yeah, back in the day. So, however, there's a lot of explanation, and it does not help with like advantages and disadvantages. It's more like the reason why the child can be famous in the first place, and that's not what the question is asking. Okay? Clear, Vince?
Yeah.
So delete that and then leave more room for other ideas like high expectation and that sort of thing. Okay?
What about for this kind of question? We have 2 sides to discuss. So like one main idea for each, and then give example.
That's actually the best. Yeah, if you can dig deeper into one main idea. But because you have so many ideas, Vince, I know that. So like you keep 2 ideas, let's say for advantages, you got so they have access to better education. That's first idea. Second is they are like they're so confident, right? They learn to be confident from such a young age. So those are the 2 ideas for advantages. Dig deeper into those. And the other 2 for disadvantages you mentioned are a lack of privacy and high expectation and the level of pressure, right? So 2 ideas for disadvantages as well. Okay? Yeah, Vince? Because I know you're going to have so many ideas. So I'll limit it down to 2 for each. Okay?
So what is the best timing for an IELTS speaking part 3, in your opinion?
Well, it really depends. It depends on the examiner time. Like how much time do they have with you? Now they have like 15 minutes on average. They don't tend to go over it. Like let's say 10 years ago, my friend used to have like a 30 minutes IELTS speaking test, or it was even longer, I think. So basically now it's just 15 minutes. They tend to not stop you in part 3, especially when you still have like ongoing ideas and they think these ideas are crucial. They still keep listening. So yeah, it's kind of like just do what you like. But if you want to, you can limit yourself down to 5 to 6 sentences. But honestly, like I say, it's not compulsory. This has something more to do with part 1. Part 1, they will tend to stop you more often. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you want to do another question?
Part 3 or part 1?
Well, I mean part 3, I think. But you will need to request again. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, lovely.
Thank you very much.
All right, see you later, Vince. So next we have Colin. Hello, Colin.
Hello.
Hello. So you want to do a part 3?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's see. I give you question number 2. Yeah. What can today's children do to become famous? Wow.
Nowadays, there are different ways to be famous as a children, as a child. I would say through their talents or through their parents. I don't know, but children usually be famous not because of their talent, but because their cuteness. Take Pam with an example. You know, because her cuteness, the way that she just looks at everyone, and it just makes everybody giggle. And the way that she acts, and the fact that she was born into a very stable background where their parents have the condition to take her to different tourist attractions, afford the best clothing or the cutest one on the market, and yeah, so it all boils down to two things: their cuteness and their family background and the environment they are born with.
Okay. Good job, Colin. So, what's the name of the kid that you mentioned? Palm? Palm?
Yeah, Pam
Palm from
Pam
which
yêu ơi,
family?
cái gì hạt nhài gì á cô, Huy hạt nhài gì đó, sao quên rồi ta.
I don't know.
Celine.
Oh, Colin, are you there? Pam, P-A-M, right?
Yeah, Pam. Cô không biết hả?
No, I don't.
Khi nhỏ luôn đó cô.
I'm living under a rock. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. But anyways, it's a clear, good example. And then you talk about the cuteness and the family background. It's just a bit repetitive because you already introduced the idea at the beginning, and then you talk about the kid, you repeat it, and then you talk about, oh, everyone knows. Everyone knows. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very like, almost like everybody knows about
That kid was
her.
so nice.
She's very cute.
I tend to watch like cats videos, not kid videos. So, all right, okay, I'll check the kid out. Well, that sounds wrong. Anyway, so basically we have like the first sentence you already introduce the idea, and then the example you repeat the idea, but then the last part, the way you repeat it. First of all, the wording, the phrases you haven't paraphrased. And also the last part, it can be a bit quicker so that you can end your answer there. Okay. But it's a good answer because clear idea development, clear example to show your point, logical. So one of your best answers so far, Colin. Just one thing. So at the beginning you say talents and their parents, and then in the second sentence you change your idea. You say not about talent, but more they famous more well because of their cuteness, right? They become more famous because of their cuteness. Yeah. Colin, can you hear me? Oh, Colin, is your Wi-Fi not that strong? I can't hear you.
My Wi-Fi is fine.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So just that. Don't change it like one sentence saying one thing and the next sentence change it altogether without. Yeah.
Kiểu chưa nghĩ tới, cố gắng nói vậy nó bị lạc đó cô.
Yes, that can be the case. So one of the suggestions is that you can talk about like their family background.
Example first.
Yeah. No, idea first.
Từ từ cô. Nếu mà em nói ví dụ trước để xong là theo cái dạng quy nạp đó cô, là mình sẽ nói cái đổi ngược cái trình tự lại, ví dụ trước rồi xong rồi mình mới kết luận sau, được không cô?
You should always answer first. So what I would recommend is that because you have two ideas, right? Talents and parents, or you have cuteness and parents. So the thing that you're very sure, like parents' background, you can say it first. You can develop that idea first, and then you can talk about the second idea later on. Okay, but in this case, you have both of them, the cuteness and the background, in the same example. So of course, the best way to introduce both of them at first. So back to like Vin's answer early on, when he talked about let's say 2 ideas about like access to better education and being confident. Those 2 ideas, you can just introduce it as you go, like what Vince does. He talk about better access to education, develop a little bit, and then talk about being confident and then develop it, rather than introducing all of them at the beginning. So it's difficult for you to turn around later. Yeah?
Là trả lời sao không? Trả lời một cái rồi mình nói.
Yes, the thing that you're very sure of, like parents' background, you can say that first. Give the example, and from that example, you can say cuteness as well, so that you will not have like talents and parents and then change your idea later. Clear?
Dạ dạ.
Okay.
Nhưng mà mình lỡ mình kêu là lỡ mình nói challenge rồi mình kêu bác bỏ cái ý. Oh my god, I just tripped a bit. What I mean is cuteness environment.
No, don't make a big deal out of it. Don't be like, oh my god, you know what? Let me rethink or something. Just say, so normally their talents and their parents' background. Full stop. And then the next sentence you say, oh, on second thought, I think actually for kids, it's more because of their cuteness, not because of their talent. So say something like that. Yeah, subtle enough.
Thought.
Yeah.
That's such a useful phrase. Not even not only for IELTS, but also for daily conversations.
Yeah, and it's natural. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're human beings. We change ideas all the time. Okay. Well done, Colin. All right. So stick around for listening if you can. So next is Haisa. Just bear with me a bit, yeah, Haisa. So Banana, tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, you can call me Hey Yes. Yeah.
Hey yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot read your name in full. Sorry. Hey yes. That's easier. Thanks. So we have Pam. You know Pam? Hey yes.
Yeah, yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Like Pam, so what about?
I don't
What do
know.
you
Like
mean about
everyone knows about Pam. I don't. That's why
It's,
I'm asking. Yeah.
It's a very famous kid.
Yeah. How old is he or she?
I don't know exactly, around 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, must be adorable then. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna read some comments first. Banana say like Sun Mai. Yes, like I'm so old that I only know Sun Mai. It's actually a good example, Banana. Back in my day, yeah, that make more sense. So Chung Nhân, both, yeah, Nhân có thấy listening làm tốt lắm. Lên luyện speaking đi nếu được. Yeah, okay, Vince. Rồi. Durian, nói tóm lại cái đoạn vừa rồi cô nói á, Durian hay các bạn mà nghe chưa hiểu rõ là mình có thể giới thiệu về một ý trước, xong rồi mình mới nói về ý tiếp theo để tránh trường hợp phải quay xe. Còn nếu muốn quay á, thì nhớ acknowledge với người ta là on second thought. Thì tôi nghĩ lại cái này. Okay. Alright, so hi yes. Can you hear
I'm
me?
here.
Great.
Yes, thank you.
Is it your first time on my live stream or second time?
Yeah, it's the first time I do in here.
Okay. So let's do a part 3 for you. You think you can do it?
Yeah, I'm fine. So
Good. Let's go. So number 3, what can children do with their fame?
from my point of view, I think children can do several things with their fame. The first one, they can help a financial problem in the family because the fame always come with the high income from the jobs that they do. For example, they can be the face of brand or they can perform in the show, so they can make a lot of the money from that jobs. So from that, they can like ease their financial pressure for their family, I think. The secondly, is what I mean about is they can build a really strong background for them. It's like what I mean is that they can create the long-term opportunity like that. When they become so famous, when they were just a child, they can create their personal brand, or they can make their relationships with a lot of people in the showbiz, for example. And maybe in the future, this relationship can help him or her a lot in the future. And maybe they will become more famous and famous because of their relationship and the background that they built from the past. And that's what I mean.
Interesting. Okay, what can children do with their fame? So two things, right? It's the financial burden of a family, and the second thing is to so like for future, like continuous career prospect. Yeah, very good. Hi, yes. If you can add an example, I think like I mentioned before, like Miley Cyrus, right? So she was born into fame, and she also she has grown up with fame. So really all the relationships, so the second idea you say, helped a lot. Yeah. Okay. So or Justin Bieber, similar case, has financial the family. Okay, right. Is the pressure? Can you say again? Pressure.
Pressure.
Very good. Yeah. Early on here is a bit off. Not like wrong. But just a
Sometimes
bit off.
I got the problem is that I tend to speak quite fastly because I don't know why. Normally I said quite slowly, but when I'm enter into the real speaking, I tend to speak quite fast, so I mispronounce some words, and yeah, it's like this.
Actually, hi, yes. I think this pace is perfect for you. I haven't heard you speaking slower, but like right now, it's good because I can tell you have fluency. Your intonation is good. It's just like some sounds a bit off. It just that sound. It's not like wrong pronunciation altogether. I wouldn't compensate it because if you speak slower, you may not have the same level of intonation. Okay. So like now it's good. It's very clear actually. You don't say fastly. What's the adverb of fast? What's the adverb of fast? Yes.
Fast, yeah, the adjective is fast and the adverb also fast. So
exactly.
Yeah, I got the wrong grammar.
So right.
Yeah,
more famous and famous. You say more and more famous. Okay.
More and more
famous. Yeah. And use it for spoken language only, not written language. That can be deemed as not formal enough. Okay. All right. Hi, yes.
Yeah, I got it. So that's it. So what do you recommend about my speaking? Maybe about my ending sound. I tend to skip the ending sound, and also the grammar.
Yes.
Do you think that I need to improve more about that?
At the moment, no. I think for your answer, I want a bit more depth. I want some examples, if you can. That's what I think you should work on right now. Your grammar and your pronunciation is not that big of a deal right now. It's also an issue, but the most important thing is to develop your idea in a more eloquent way. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
But
one more, can I ask more? But I think I need to improve my grammar in speaking because sometimes I think about what I should say to make sure that it can be correct grammar, can be correct in grammar. So it's sometimes interrupt me in speaking. So I think it's one point that I need to improve.
That's why
Yeah,
I
it's
say
right?
not really. So that's why yes, I tell you not to focus too much on your grammar because it's not a big of a deal right now. I worry that I'm afraid of that. Like if you keep focusing on your grammar, like how to make it like flawless, then your fluency gonna suffer. You're gonna have some stuttering here and there. Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
So first, just work on like your current good level of fluency, improve it a little bit, dig deeper into the idea, even further with examples, and then come back to sort out the other issues. Your issue for pronunciation today, I do not feel like any sound is too much of a deal. It's more like sometimes you kind of like make the sound mispronounce almost and make the sound like s, like s and sh off. Can you say should again? Should?
Shoot.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Early on, you say
If I
like
say this, yeah.
yeah.
It's okay. But when I say full sentences, it's not.
Yeah, because you got to think about a lot of stuff. So it's normal. English is our second language. You are already at quite an advanced level. You just need to keep pushing it and bring it up a notch. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're
Have a good day.
welcome. Yeah, you
You
too.
too.
If you have time, stick around for listening. All right?
Goodbye.
Okay. Bye bye, yes.
Goodbye,
Okay.
teacher.
Bye. I have one question from, so Harry, bear with me, yeah? I have one question from MCT. Part 1, Part 3, how many questions would be, how many sentences would be adequate, right? So for that, I would say, like, Part 1, you can answer 3 to 4 sentences. If you really, like, so worry about it, 3 to 4 sentences. Part 3, 5 to 6 sentences, okay? All right. So next is Harry. Hello, Harry.
Hello.
Hello again.
Nice to meet you again.
Yes. Okay. Let's do. Did you do a flower question?
Yes, I do one flower question yesterday. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I did.
Right. Let's do one flower question today. Are there a lot of flowers where you live?
I would say that's no, because I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City, and it's a industrial city. So most of the area in here are fulfilled with factories, companies, and buildings. So there's no more area for farmers to plant flowers. But however, there are also some flowers in here that are delivered from other parts of Vietnam or imported from other countries. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, right. That's good. So at least you say like we don't have many flowers in Ho Chi Minh City, right? And then they tend to be imported from other countries or delivered from different cities. Yes. Can you name a few number of flowers and where do they sell them? Because are there a lot of flowers where you live? We can talk about like at some of the open air market, right? Or flower shops, right? And where they are in some in which district? Because actually I don't know much. So if you know, you can say. And
Add more detail, right?
yeah, more details. And also the type of flowers. What do they have? Daisy, chamomile, roses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry. So, well done, and stick around for listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lina.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See ya.
See you. So, các bạn thả tim với cả follow kênh cô nhá. Tẹo nữa là sắp sửa sang phần listening rồi á. Listening hôm nay có cái map to đùng luôn. Okay. Okay, we have Victor here. Very nice. So, bạn Victor sẽ là bạn cuối cùng luyện speaking nha cả lớp. Thế xong sau đấy thì là mình sẽ chuyển sang listening. Alright. Okay, Văn Huy. Hello Huy. Hello Huy, can you
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great.
I can hear you.
Lovely. So, is it your first time on my live stream?
Yes, this is my first time. My first time here. Kind of conscious.
Okay, you'll be fine. I give you a part one question. All right. So,
Okay.
do you reply to messages as soon as you receive them?
Well, unfortunately, I have to say no for these questions because of my personal interest. When I receive some messages, I will just waiting for a short time before
Huy,
reply
cô
them.
nhờ em xíu được không? Em có thể để mic xa xa một chút được không? Tại cô không nghe rõ được em, cô chỉ nghe được tiếng. Tại mình để mic gần quá nó tiếng thở nó hơi bị to nên là cô không nghe được tiếng em nói. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. So
Em
let's do
để
it
như vậy
again.
cô nghe được không ạ? Em để như vậy cô nghe được không ạ?
Perfect.
Vì em sợ nó
Like now.
em sợ nó bị Okay.
Okay. Em sợ nó bị xa đúng
Let
không?
me answer this.
Yeah.
Dạ đúng rồi. Do chỗ em đang hơi ồn á.
Mà cô nghe mỗi em thôi, không nghe tiếng ồn đâu. Yeah, như này là ok luôn này, không bị nhỏ đâu. Okay. So let's do question 4 again. Do you reply to messages as soon as you receive them?
Oh, well, sadly, I have to say no because of my personal interest. I not usually reply other messages like immediately.
Yeah.
Em hết. I have no more idea, just like that.
Tội ghê, nãy đang có ý thì bị cô ngắt đúng không? Okay.
Kiểu em bị tâm lý quá cô. Lần đầu tiên hơi lo lắng.
Okay, không sao rồi. Mình phát triển ý cùng nhau nha. So no, right? Because why you don't reply immediately? Huy, hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Just my interest, not really for any particular reasons. I think so.
Just your personality?
But for some really essential messages from my tutor or my college, I will reply it recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. So important messages from tutor or your college? Yes, then you will reply immediately. Is that an exception?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you can say, so you can say like, here, just your personality. You can talk about it's like your you don't feel like it, you don't feel the urgency. It's urgent, or you don't feel it necessary to answer anyone immediately. Yeah, to reply. Okay. Okay, Huy, clear?
Yeah.
All right.
Để em luyện thêm mà.
It's okay. So you can talk about these ideas. It's all yours. Yeah. Okay. So, well done, Huy. All right. Stick around for listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye bye. So, Phước Tiến. Bạn Phước Tiến ơi, bạn Victor sẽ là bạn cuối cùng luyện nha. Xong sau đấy thì mình sẽ chuyển sang phần listening. Ha, thì các bạn muốn luyện thì cứ vào slot đầu lúc 11:30 là đảm bảo có slot để luyện ha. 11:30 từ thứ 2 đến thứ 6 lận. Okay. So, yeah, Harry is so nice. Yeah, Vince is also nice, Vince. So, we have THM here. Hello, THM.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me well?
Yes, absolutely.
Good, good. Okay. Do you want to do a part 1 today or you want to do a part 3?
Oh, maybe I would like to do the part 3.
Good. Good to challenge yourself. I asked you question number 4, all right? Do people become famous because of their talent?
In my perspective, being able to become famous, it actually depends on someone's talent, regardless of, it can be their academic performance, it can be their maybe like their appearance, like their financial ability, etc. But regardless of them, absolutely, if one gets the popularity, they absolutely have any talent. For example, the president of Ho Chi Minh City is globally famous for his consistency and his ideal to save his country from the dominance of like countries like France or the United States of America. So it's kind of like, so that's make him really famous around the world. So that's my question. That's my answer.
Okay, right. Good answer, THMC. Yeah, what's your name? How shall I call you?
You can call me Hào. H-A-O and dấu Huyền.
Yes, Hào, right? Yeah. Yeah, I know how to say Hào. Don't worry, I know Vietnamese. Okay, so Hào, clear answer, clear example. Though when you develop the idea, it seems just a bit too repetitive. So try to shorten it down and then jump to the example. That'd be better approach. Yeah. And you say people is absolutely because of their talents that they become popular, that they get their popularity. Okay, so if you can try to look at it from two angles rather than one in IELTS Part 3, in any questions really, especially the one that clearly you can talk about two sides rather than one. So do people become famous because of their talent? Yes, some people like Ho Chi Minh president, right? He became famous because of his own talent and his ability to literally go through hardship. Yes, so that is his talent combined with his effort. But some people, they being famous for being famous, like the Kardashian. Yeah, how?
Yeah.
So if you can, try to talk about it from two angles. If not, like this is already good. Try to shorten the part when you develop the idea. It's a bit repetitive, so keep the same idea, but shorter. Yeah?
Yeah. Could you please give me some advice, like aside from the idea, what is like the worst aspect in my English, like fluency or pronunciation?
No, you're doing well, Hal. Why would you look at it from that way? I'd say, I think your ability to generate ideas is a little bit slow compared to what you can do. It's not slow compared to others. It's a bit slow compared to your full capacity. That's what I have that feeling. So I feel like you have enough vocab, but you cannot generate the sentence quick enough, and you want to deliver certain ideas, but it's not precisely what you want. That's why you keep repeating the same thing over and over. Does it make sense?
Yes, that's also what I think.
And can you say this again? United States.
United States.
Make sure the y sound, the first one of United, is clear enough. Yeah. All right, Hal. So well done, and hopefully I'll see you in listening. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Okay. Bye bye. So let's see. Mời Đức hỏi hồi thứ hai. Yes. So Miss Hằng, how was your test? Was it good? Yeah. Have you got your result? Today is Wednesday. I think maybe you have your result today or tomorrow, Hằng. Okay. So next is Brandon. Hello, Brandon. Brandon, you turn your microphone on, yeah?
Hi.
Hi. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So are you having lunch?
No,
No?
I'm just having like brunch, but I'm done.
Okay, it can be classified as lunch at this time, but okay. Is it like a light lunch? Okay. Brandon, so let's do a part 3 for you, yeah?
Okay.
Good. Do you think popular children will grow up to be popular adults?
I think no, because like for no reason they're gonna get flopped. Because like one of my friends used to be a popular kid in that like on social medias, but right now no longer because I don't know why. The more they post, the more flopped they are for no reason. And I believe that popular children they post a lot when they were young and they had a lot of like just like they over the radio or something. But as they grow up, no, I don't believe they're gonna be like still popular or something. They're gonna be less popular and no one's gonna know them. So
Interesting approach, Brandon. So I heard a lot of answer for this one, and I haven't heard anything like yours. So let's see. They over the radar. You mean like they no longer within the trendy zone? Yeah.
yes.
So let's see. If you can, try to explain that a bit more because you say, oh, they become flopped, but you don't know why. So maybe try to explain on that. So it just make your answer more logical. Perhaps they no longer relevant. They stick to the same format all over. They are afraid of change and they just lose their popularity over time. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so explain that flop part, then it's become clearer. Yeah, I think it's good approach. You answer it straight away. You give the example, your friends. Yeah. So it's clear. Good answer. All right, Brandon.
Really? Yeah, I was like doing it for fun. Like I thought it was like a really terrible one, I think.
It's actually better than the recent 2-3 answers. The previous one was okay, but I remember the 2 or 3 answer before the previous ones weren't good. They weren't
Me?
answering. Yeah, yours. Yeah, they weren't answering the question directly. But this one is clear. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, explain the part about flop. Then it's clearer. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay, well done, Brandon. Hope you're doing well. And if you have any job update, just let us know. Yeah.
No, I haven't got a job yet. But yes, like this morning, I just went to the class for the first time ever. I went to the Mandarin class, like I mentioned. And yeah, it was pretty fun. She's so energetic. Like I think she's always full bins. I love that. I love her energy, and yeah, she's so interesting.
That's good. Good to hear. So
And I
good
love her
luck.
accent. Her accent is really good though.
Good luck with your Mandarin learning journey. I think you will do a splendid job like English. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Hopefully, yeah. Right, have a good day.
You too. Bye bye, Brandon.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, Vince, it depends, Vince, because some people may literally disappear into obscurity or like non-existent almost. Like they used to have so many views and they may not have any anymore. And also the fact that, you know, kids being popular, let's say kids are popular in secondary school, but once they change, well, yeah, like when they enter high school, right? No one know them, combined with the fact that their social media account does not do very well, then that can be the case. Yeah. Yeah, Brandon is so good. That I agree. Okay, next we have Rabbito. Hello, Rabbit.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Great. So, Rabbit, let's do a part 1 for you. Question number 5. Yeah. So, do you like to send messages to your friends?
Actually, I prefer to make a phone call instead of send messages to my friends because I'm I'm not good at waiting for someone to send the
Reply.
messages for me. Yeah, I mean I want to hear or to receive the answer immediately instead of waiting for ages. And sometimes, some case when sending messages, my friends may be disturbed by something, and I have to wait for so long to get the answer. So actually, I prefer making a phone call instead of sending messages.
Road and rabbit. Did you say like you worry that your friend's gonna be disturbed? Hello?
Maybe someone call or something, or some other, even some other messages more important than my one. So they have to reply them.
Rabbit, your logic is funny. So like when you send text messages, you worry that your friend's gonna be disturbed, right? But actually, if you call them, they're more disturbed, don't you think? Rabbit. Yeah, because like they literally need to hold everything else that they're doing, like they are working on certain task or studying. They need to stop that so they can answer your phone call immediately. It's more disruptive, don't you think?
I never thought about this one.
So be careful. The other ideas are okay, but maybe talk about just like how anxious you are normally waiting for an answer, so you don't want to have that feeling. Therefore, you just call them. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, can you say the word again? Disturb.
Disturb.
Very good. All right, good. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome, Rabbit. So next we have Vince. Vince, just bear with me a little bit. Yes, Chung Yen and Montanat, all of the students speaking here, they're doing very well, don't they? But so Victor will be the last one who practiced speaking for today. After that, we're going to move on to listening, okay? So you can request tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the same live stream from 11:30 to 1:30, Monday to Friday. So yeah, you can join whenever. And bên cô thì có các lớp từ level số 0 luôn, nên là live thì mình ở level này, nhưng mà các lớp thì có từ level thấp nhất cho đến cao nhất, nên đảm bảo là sẽ có level phù hợp với mình. Ok, có level học từ gọi là mất gốc này, học lại từ bảng chữ cái luôn. Alright, và có cả các level cao hơn IELTS nữa. Đó, thì cô cũng đã dạy ra 2 bạn đạt 8.0 IELTS rồi. Các bạn muốn đăng ký học thì có thể nhắn vào đây hoặc nhắn vào nick TikTok của cô. Còn nếu mà muốn lấy tài liệu của ngày hôm nay, cả speaking, cả listening, thì tham gia vào nhóm, nhắn vào đây. Ok, alright. Các bạn follow kênh cô nha, với cả thả tim nhé. Thả tim live này tích cực giúp cô nhé. Alright, so we have let's say Vince, right? Hello Vince.
Hello again.
Yeah, hello again. So I'm going to give you another part 3 question. Yeah. So I want to ask you this one. Do you think popular children will grow up to be popular adults?
It's the same question with Brandon before, right?
Yes.
Let me think a little bit. Well, I think it is not always the case. Why some children who are popular at a very young age might continue to be well linked as adults. It really depends on their personality, environment, and how they can handle social situation as they grow. One of the celebrity that I know is Phương Mỹ Chi. She participated in The Voice 2013, and now she is one of the youngest and talented artists in Vietnam. So I think that childhood popularity is often based on things like appearance, confidence, or talent, but adult relationships are more complex and require emotional intelligence and maturity as well. In some cases, popular children may struggle with pressure or expectation, which can affect their social life later on.
Very good. Well done. Pressure affect their social life. How about their popularity? Popularity. Vince, do you hear me? Hello? Vince ơi. Các bạn có nghe được cô không? Mây Mây Khoa Ngô. Lucky. Okay. So Vince, you got dropped. All right. So good. So I'm just gonna give Vince feedback in case if you cannot hear it well, you can watch it again. So Vince, you got like social situation. Say it again. Social situation. Everyone at home, you can practice along, yeah, with like all the pronunciation. Social situation. So social, clear sound. I know Fumichi. I think you don't. Maybe you know Fumichi in person. Then you can say I know Fumichi. But if you only follow her, then say I follow Fumichi since she was like a child idol, and then now she becomes an adult and right? And then pressure. Okay. So the last sentence, Vince, you talk about pressure on their social life, right? Affect their social life. How about their popularity? Because that's what the question is asking. That's all we need to know and care about. All right. Clear. So Khoa Ngô không hiểu câu này hả? Cô dịch cho. Các bạn cũng dịch cùng cô nhé. Bạn Mây Mây rồi bạn Vince rồi Juro các bạn. Các bạn nào ở đây cứ dịch câu 5 này ha. Rồi cô dịch trước cho bạn Khoa Ngô này. Do you think popular children will grow up to be popular adults? Bạn có nghĩ rằng những cái đứa trẻ mà nổi tiếng á, hoặc là có tiếng tăm á, nổi tiếng là famous, còn popular thì kiểu như là có tiếng thôi, thì sẽ lớn lên và trở thành những cái người lớn mà nổi tiếng, hoặc là những người lớn mà có tiếng tăm. Ok, Khoa. Yeah. Dùng từ hay. Yes, Vince is doing very well, right? And even his previous answer as well. Ok, rồi. Phổ biến. Người thì mình không dùng từ phổ biến. Đấy là lý do. Kiểu có tiếng tăm á. Ok Vince, it's okay. Em nốt lại hôm nay là live của ngày 11 tháng 6. Nhớ ngồi xem lại ghi hình là được. Ok. Alright. So, good. Next, last but not least, we have Victor. Hello, Victor.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good. Is it your first time on my live stream?
My first time here.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a part 1, yeah? Okay, so this one. What kind of messages do you usually send?
Messages, like information in it or something like... Actually, I do not understand the question. Like the SMS or the free platform?
SMS.
Or...
Let's say SMS. Yeah.
Yes, like, do you like send messages to your friends? Absolutely not. In case chatting with my friends, I would not texting. Like, I prefer sending through the social media, social platform, which offers the free chatting experiences. So therefore, moreover, there are like more themes, like more backgrounds, so that it's much be more like interesting to chat with them on their more colorful backgrounds.
Okay, good. So, I think it's a good answer. I think you're being considerate. You don't mention the name of some social media platforms, so thank you. In the real test, you can mention some of them, Okay, the apps that you use. So even more specific. This is just a part one, so it's just right, the amount just right. You talk about you don't normally text. Why? Because you text via different apps and because it's free. And at first when I heard the word background, actually I want to know more. Is it like the background of the chat box? Then you elaborate on it. You say like more colorful background, so it's more interesting. That's good. That's clear enough. Okay, Victor. Yeah, and one thing, just one grammar mistake. Would not texting, would not text. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
just that. And are you a bit sleepy? Because I feel like some of the words say a bit too stick together.
I've just woken up.
Yeah, that's what I get. So yeah, the first 1-2 sentences, some of the words a bit too much like collides onto one another, but for the rest, it's good. It's clearer. So well done. Yeah.
Thanks. See you.
See ya. If you're free, you can have breakfast and yeah, watch the listening session. Okay. Okay. Bye, Victor. And now we have the next part, listening. Who has been waiting for listening? Today we're gonna have this full-on map. Yeah, nice. Anyone excited? So ai đang đợi listening thì thả cô. Yes, mặt cười, đúng rồi, Khoa Ngô biết ý đấy. Hiểu ý luôn á. Vậy mây nãy đã thả mặt cười rồi hả? Đợi sang listening lên hả? Bạn Hát hỏi là xem ở đâu, xem lại trên y giải T cùng tên luôn, English with Lina, nhớ để chuông lên đấy xem nha. Có tất cả các video luôn đó. Ok. Rồi, map, yes, nice đúng không? Thấy có bao nhiêu bạn đợi map rồi còn gì. Hello Hai Mí, đợt này lên học cũng chăm phết nhỉ Hai Mí nhỉ. Ok, rồi, let's go. Trung Nhân thấy đợi từ nãy đến giờ. Sau Trung Nhân vào sớm thì cứ luyện speaking đi em. Mây listening nhưng map thì ok. Right. So, can everyone see it clearly? Có cần cô cho nó béo hơn tí không? Hay là nhìn đây là được rồi? Chắc được rồi đúng không? Nếu mà to hơn tự nhiên nhìn cái map hơi khó. Đúng rồi, mới up đến hôm đấy thôi. Up dần em, up dần. Yeah. Ok. Ngủ quên là ok. No, I haven't seen your message early on 6.5. Can you write it? Can you rewrite it down here 6.5? Em mới nghe bài này hả? Ok, rồi thì cứ ở lại học thôi. Right. So, let's read this together. Bromley Castle. Queen Elizabeth I. Có ai biết Queen Elizabeth I là con của ai không? Là con của một ông vua rất là nổi tiếng, chuyên môn bỏ vợ với cả như này với vợ này. Đó. Ok. Bromley Castle. Bromley là tên riêng của cái lâu đài thôi. Queen Elizabeth I là con của King Henry VIII với cả nữ hoàng là Anne Boleyn. Nhưng mà ông này ông lấy tới tận rất là nhiều bà vợ và ông bỏ vợ rồi ông ý Anne Boleyn, mẹ của Elizabeth I là một trong số những người bị ông ý xử đó. Ok. Anyways, đợt này cô đang thích xem mấy cái phim cổ trang với cả đọc thêm lịch sử của Anh với cả lịch sử châu Âu, tự dưng thích. Thì mọi người có thể lên xem trên kênh TikTok này, cô đăng rất nhiều từ vựng này, rồi những cái liên quan đến chủ điểm của mấy thời đại đấy nữa. Lên xem nha, mới đăng cái hôm qua. Ok, vậy tốt, bạn lời du lịch. Ok, các bạn follow kênh cô nha, follow để mình còn được xem video này, với cả báo, live, rồi comment nữa. Sách gì vậy cô ơi? Sách gì á? Cô đọc trên mạng thôi chứ cô không đọc sách. Đợt trước cô có một quyển sách cute nhỏ mua ở bên Anh, cũng nói về gia đình hoàng gia, mà sách kiểu cute thôi. Alright, lấy đề. Đề này đề K14. Yes. Lấy đề thì mình vô trong đây nhá, mình vào nhóm để mình được lấy đề của các buổi học. Ok. Rồi. Loài hoa không tên. Không loài hoa. Và loài hoa có biết là tất cả các live của cô thì chồng cô đều xem không? Sao ngang nhiên vậy, loài hoa không tên. Right, cô dạy offline ở thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Lấy đề xin vào nhóm ở đây nha. Ok. Right, so nghe yếu lắm. Ok, bạn Hằng hỏi tiếp thì bạn có thể hỏi lúc cuối sau khi mình luận xong listening, với cả có thể lên kênh TikTok của cô này, vào cái tệp IELTS ấy, là có một đám video về listening trước luôn. Còn không thì có gì hỏi lúc cuối. Khóc luôn hả, loại không tên. Alright, question 11. Before Queen Elizabeth I visited the castle in 1576. Queen Elizabeth I cũng là một trong số những monarch mà reign lâu nhất luôn, trị vì lâu nhất. Và Queen Elizabeth II vừa mới mất mấy năm trước là cũng là người trị vì rất là lâu đó. Okay, right. So next, before the Queen visited the castle in 1576, what happened? Repairs were carried out to the guest rooms. Rồi sửa chữa trong phòng khách, phòng ngủ cho khách. A new building was constructed for her. Cái building mới đã được xây dựng lên cho cô ấy, cho bà nữ hoàng. A fire damaged part of the main hall. Ok, rồi có ngọn lửa nó đã hủy hoại một phần của cái main hall. Ok, main hall là cái gì? Comment vào đây cho cô. Alright. Văn cấp 14 nha. Thế anh luyện tiếp luôn này. Trả lời cho cô main hall, rồi mình đọc trước rồi mình nghe. Sảnh chính, yes, đúng rồi. Right, well done Harry. So hippie. Hello hippie. So sảnh hội trường, yes. In 1982 the castle was sold to. Và cái năm này thì cái castle được bán cho ai? Government. Fanny's family, một cái gia đình tên là Fanny's. An entertainment company, yes. 13. In some of the rooms, visitors can, một vài phòng thì cái người tham quan có thể speak to experts on the history of the castle, có thể nói chuyện với các chuyên gia về cái lịch sử của tòa lâu đài. Interact with actors dressed as famous characters, tương tác với cả diễn viên mặc quần áo như là những cái nhân vật nổi tiếng. Nhân vật nổi tiếng ở đây thì có thể hiểu là King and Queen in the past, có thể hiểu là như vậy. Chứ không phải nhân vật nổi tiếng ở đây là Mickey Mouse hay gì. Ok, yeah. Hội trưởng, em biết hô nhưng mà quên. Với nãy 6.5 tính nhắn thì nhắn lại cô đi, chứ lúc ở trên là cô không có đọc thấy tin của 6.5 đâu. Tiếp, see models of historical figures moving and talking. Những cái mẫu ở đây thì có thể hiểu, có thể là kiểu 3D models, những cái tượng hay là những cái kiểu Madame Tussauds gì đó, kiểu mẫu hình 3D of historical figures, những nhân vật lịch sử. Di chuyển và nói đó. Ok, tiếp, in the castle park, trong cái vườn thì visitors có thể làm gì? Nhớ nhé, ở đây chủ ngữ là visitors. Nhiều lúc nhỡ tự dưng người ta lại hỏi thành cái người khác thì nó cũng lại khác nhé, để ý. Rồi, see an 800-year-old tree, cái cây 800 tuổi. Wow. Go to an art exhibition, xem cái art exhibition là gì? Dịch cho cô nào. Comment. Visit a small zoo, một cái zoo nhỏ. Ok. Rồi tiếp, zoo là cái đang tính bảo cái chuồng thú. Kiểu công viên tự dưng quên. Zoo là cái gì nhỉ? Vườn thú, sở thú đúng không nào? Yes. Cái chuồng thú. Cái sở thú nhỏ. Ok. Triển lãm tranh, đúng rồi, sở thú, cảm ơn Bắp. Yes. Well done. Thảo cầm viên. Thảo hay không thì không biết, nhưng mà chắc chắn là sẽ có cầm. Ok. At the end of the visit, the group will have, vào cái cuối của cái lần đi tham quan này thì cả cái nhóm sẽ có gì? Afternoon tea in the conservatory. Rồi, ai có biết conservatory là gì không? Rồi, nếu mà không biết thì tẹo nữa cô ngồi cô vẽ cho. Afternoon tea là trà chiều. Ok. Giải thích dài một chút cũng được nha. Comment cho cô conservatory là cái gì? The chance to meet the castle's owners, khả năng sẽ được gặp cái người sở hữu castle. A photograph together on the great staircase. Hình chụp chung với nhau together. Nhớ nhé, hình chụp chung nhé. Nếu mà người ta nói hình chụp lẻ nó lại là câu chuyện khác. Nhạc kính, đúng rồi, gần đúng rồi đó, mây. Yeah. Ok, cảm ơn bạn Hán. Photograph together on the great staircase. Yeah. Conservation thì sẽ là liên quan đến việc bảo tồn, khu bảo tồn. Conservatory là nhà kính, nó như này này. Ví dụ nhá, cô vẽ này, đây là cái căn nhà. Tại hồi trước cô ở Anh rồi nên cô mới biết, chứ không cô cũng sẽ rất là khó tưởng tượng. Đây là một cái căn nhà chẳng hạn, chúng ta có 2 cái tầng. Alright. Rồi, giả sử đây là cái balcony, ok, vẽ tí. Rồi, thì đây là một cái căn nhà. Thế nhưng mà bên hông của cái nhà hoặc là gì đó, giả sử nhà này 2 tầng hay 3 tầng gì đó, 2 tầng rồi thêm một cái tầng gác xép ở trên này cũng để được đồ ha. Đó, thì người ta sẽ có một cái conservatory kiểu như này. Nó sẽ là nhà kính. Dạ, thường là nó làm bằng kính ở đây. Đó, thế xong rồi tất cả là kính hết. Trần cũng kính mà bên quanh, xung quanh đều kính hết. Cô học bachelor ở Anh nha, Happy P. Cô chưa có bằng thạc sĩ, chỉ có bằng bachelor thôi. Ok, đó là kính mọi nơi. Yes, nhưng mà nó không phải chỉ là nhà kính bình thường, mà cái conservatory này nó sẽ thường xây sát luôn với cái cả cái tòa nhà chính, cái căn nhà bình thường thôi. Xong rồi kính trên nóc, kính ở 4 bức tường, xong có cái thảm hoặc là cái gì đấy, cái sàn ở dưới này. Dĩ nhiên sàn thì vẫn phải có rồi, sàn thường. Thì nói chung ngồi ngoài này thì nó thoáng. Mở cửa kính ra hay là không mở, đóng vào thì cũng, giả sử mùa đông lạnh á, thì vẫn ngồi nhìn khung cảnh được. Yes, conservatory là như vậy ở Anh. Và nó liền luôn với cả cái phòng này, có cái cửa để đi ra đi vô ở đây luôn. Ok. Yes. Sunroom. Sunroom là phòng như thế nào em? Anh hay anh Mỹ à? Sunroom. Ok. So nếu như mà nó được hiểu theo nghĩa là nó để ngồi ở ngoài như vậy thì yes, nó cũng là như vậy. Nhưng mà conservatory, hình như sunroom là nó vẫn có cái roof bình thường và nó có nhiều cửa sổ thôi. Còn conservatory thường là cái cửa nó, cái ceiling, cái sàn, cái trần, cái ceiling của nó là cũng bằng kính luôn. Ok. Cũng thì có nắng thì tắm, nhưng mà chủ yếu là nhìn được ra khung cảnh ở thiên nhiên ở bên ngoài thôi. Yes. Đếm hấp hơi. Ok. Thì cũng na ná, nhưng mà nó có thêm cái kính ở trên nữa. Yeah. Cô học chuyên ngành Hospitality Management. Ok, nice. Rồi, đó, phòng đấy là chủ yếu là để nhìn ra ngoài thôi. Ok, clear here. Great staircase. Thì staircase là cái bậc cầu thang. Great staircase chắc là cái này nó to rồi, nó có cái tên riêng nên người ta mới viết hoa là Great Staircase. Nghe luôn nhé. So, let's go. 11.
For defense against danger. But before we get there,
Can you hear it? Yes, mọi người nghe rõ đúng không? Bây giờ cô tua lại trước.
Carefully and answer questions 11 to 15.
Let's go.
we'll be arriving at Branley Castle in about 5 minutes. But before we get there, I'll give you a little information about the castle and what our visit will include. So, in fact, there's been a castle on this site for over 1100 years. The first building was a fort constructed in 914 AD for defence against Danish invaders by King Alfred the Great's daughter, who ruled England at the time. In the following century, after the Normans conquered England, the land was given to a nobleman called Richard de Vere, and he built a castle there that stayed in the de Vere family for over 400 years. However, when Queen Elizabeth I announced that she was going to visit the castle in 1576, it was beginning to look a bit run down. And it was decided that rather than repair the guest rooms, they'd make a new house for her, out of wood, next to the main hall. She stayed there for 4 nights, and apparently it was very luxurious. But, unfortunately, it was destroyed a few years later by fire. In the 17th century, the castle belonged to the wealthy Fennis family, who enlarged it and made it more comfortable. However, by 1982, the Fennis family could no longer afford to maintain the castle, even though they received government support, and they put it on the market. It was eventually taken over by a company who owned a number of amusement parks. But when we get there, I think you'll see that they've managed to retain the original atmosphere of the castle. When you go inside, you'll find that in the staterooms, there are lifelike moving wax models dressed in costumes of different periods in the past, which even carry on conversations together. As well as that, in every room, there are booklets giving information about what the room was used for and the history of the objects and furniture it contains. The castle park's quite extensive. At one time, sheep were kept there, and in the 19th century the owners had a little zoo with animals like rabbits and even a baby elephant. Nowadays, the old zoo buildings are used for public displays of paintings and sculpture. The park also has some beautiful trees, though the oldest of all, which dated back 800 years, was sadly blown down in 1987. Now, you're free to wander around on your own until 4:30, but then, at the end of our visit, we'll all meet together at the bottom of the Great Staircase. We'll then go on to the Long Gallery, where there's a wonderful collection of photographs showing the family who owned the castle 100 years ago having tea and cakes in the conservatory. And we'll then take you to the same place where afternoon tea will be served to you.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 16 to 20.
Okay, that is the end of the first part. Rồi các bạn cứ comment đi rồi cô check một thể nha. Có bạn tên để được hình cái cách luôn hả? Interesting. So, let's see. Nãy có bạn Ngọc hỏi để vào đúng không? Hiện tại thì đang live nên tẹo nữa là live xong thì cô và cả các bạn sẽ check cho em nhé. Ok. Rồi, so let's see, shall we? Bài này dễ không các bạn? Dễ hay khó? Nhắn cô biết nhé. Dễ hay khó? Cô thấy bài này cũng ổn ổn mà đúng không? Đâu có gọi là quá khó đâu đúng không? Yeah. Rồi, đấy, hầu hết trả lời được hết này. Bạn nào cần nghe lại thì comment ở dưới là cần nghe lại câu nào nhé. Còn nếu không thì là mình khỏi nghe lại nha. Ok. 12 của 6.5 May May. Và bạn có hình cái bánh là đều đúng rồi. Yes, 12. 6.5, 14 correct. Rồi, Hai Mí 14 sai rồi nha em. Thế anh đúng hết rồi. 6.5 này. 15 và bạn khách 15 cũng đúng. Rồi, bạn user đuôi 211 đúng hết. Thế anh đúng hết. Bạn Hát đúng hết luôn. Hai Mí 15 hả? 15 không phải đáp án đó. Bạn Brain này. Bạn 211 với bạn yes, bạn Brain nhắn nhiều tin thế. Cô đọc được hết á. 4-5 lần luôn. Yes. Đúng hết nha bạn Brain. Ok. Vừa phải. Ok. Không nghe thấy gì hết hả bạn JGV? Rồi nghe lại đi cô hả Bằng. Ok, thế thì nghe lại nhé. Vince với Trung Nhân đúng hết rồi. Sao 12 lại C hả? 12 người ta sẽ nói gì nữa đến đoạn đấy rồi cô sẽ giải thích cho mình cũng nghe lại. Ok, rồi bye bye May May. Alright. Rồi, thế thì nghe lại nhá.
9:40. You'll be arriving at Branley Castle in about 5 minutes. But before we get there, I'll give you a little information about the castle and what our visit will include. So, in fact, there's been a castle on this site for over 1,100 years. The first building was a fort constructed in 914 AD for defence against Danish invaders by King Alfred the Great's daughter, who
914 AD. Vậy thì cái này chả liên quan. Lại còn King Alfred the Great Daughter đó lại là về một cái gia đình khác. Yes, nãy cô cũng có cho cái background về Elizabeth là con của King Henry VIII rồi, nghe không giống gì hết. Cái này thì được xây dựng vào thế kỷ thứ 9 sau công nguyên. Vậy là năm 800 bao nhiêu đấy. Ok. Thế thì nó chẳng phải là năm 1576 nên đoạn này mình kệ. Rồi, nghe tiếp nha. Đúng rồi, câu 12 nghe được Amusement Park chính xác. Mà tẹo nữa mình sẽ nghe hết để mình biết được là có cái nào đúng và cái nào sai nha. Alright, let's continue.
ruled England at the time. In the following century, after the Normans conquered England, the land was given to a nobleman called Richard de Vere, and he built a castle there that stayed in the de Vere family for over 400 years. However, when Queen Elizabeth I announced that she was going to visit the castle in 1576, it was beginning to look a bit run down. And it was decided that rather than repair the guest rooms, they'd make a new house for her.
Rồi. comment cho cô vào trong phần comment section này. Rather than repair cái gì? They would make a new for her gì đó. Yes, rồi cái castle nó đã bị run down, đã kiểu gọi là sập sệ rồi. Yes, chưa đến tàn lụi mà nó mới đang sập sệ thôi, chứ nó chưa có tàn đâu. Tại vì đến bây giờ nó vẫn còn. They made a new house for her, chính xác, rather than repair. Repair cái gì? Các bạn ơi, repair cái gì? Repair cái gì để mình biết, để mình còn bỏ được. Đúng rồi, cảm ơn bạn Thanh Như. Repair the guest room. Đúng rồi đó. The guest room. Ok, thế thì loại chắc chắn là chọn đáp án nào rồi? Và loại đáp án nào sau khi nghe được cái câu này? Hello. Chọn cái gì, loại cái gì, comment giúp cô nào. Yes, chọn B. Ok. Repairs will carry out to the guest room. Yes, đúng rồi, ha. Loại A. Yeah, không có repairs thì hết. Rather than repairing the guest room. Thay vì là ngồi sửa cái đấy thì họ làm cái này. Nghe câu tiếp theo này, câu chốt với cả câu để bỏ cái C này.
Out of wood, next to the main hall.
Out of wood, next to the main hall. Right? Làm bằng gỗ. Cạnh cái main hall. Out of wood, next to the main hall. Okay, clear? Yeah, all good. Rồi, tại xíu có chỉnh lại cái tai nghe, sao nó đau tai thế? Alright, rồi, out of wood, next to the main hall. Rồi, thế rõ ràng là new house, cạnh cái main hall. Đó, thế là nó là new building luôn, chứ không phải ở bên trong main hall. Xong rồi người ta sẽ nói C tiếp này.
She stayed there for 4 nights, and apparently it was very luxurious. But unfortunately, it was destroyed a few years later by fire.
She stayed there a few nights, for 4 nights, right? It was very luxurious, but unfortunately, it was destroyed. It was destroyed làm sao các bạn? Để mình biết là loại C á. Bà đã ở đây 4 ngày, đúng không nào? Nó đã rất là luxurious. Yes. Nhưng mà yes, a few years later, destroyed by fire. A few years later, tốt lắm các bạn. By fire, a few years later. Okay, great job. Rồi, siêu. Tiếp, thế thì C loại luôn đúng không nào? Đâu phải là destroy trước khi bà đến đâu. Before Queen Elizabeth the First visited, không phải before mà là after. Bỏ C. Good. Rồi, câu 12, đảo nữa nghe này. Người ta sẽ nói về Fanny's family. Fanny's family, có cái này 1970 thì nó vẫn thuộc về nhà Fanny's family. Và họ có government support vào cái năm đấy luôn. Ok, nhưng mà năm 1982, năm 1982 thì cái gì xảy ra? Nghe nhé.
In the 17th century, the castle belonged to the wealthy Fennis family, who enlarged it and made it more comfortable. However, by 1982, the Fennis family could no longer afford to maintain the castle, even though they received government support, and they put it on the market.
Okay, 1982, Fennis family, even though they received government support, nhưng mà vẫn không đủ để mà maintain cái castle, right? Can't maintain the castle, right? Thế thì làm sao? Yeah, put it on the market. Put it on the market. Nãy như người ta nói là 17th century, không phải 1970s nha. Và thế kỷ 17. Put it on the market. Rồi, put it on the market là biết rồi đúng không nào? Thứ nhất là nghe xem liệu government có quay xe và mua hay không thôi. Chứ còn Fennis là đi bán rồi.
It was eventually taken over by a company who owned a number of amusement parks.
It was eventually taken by... Nãy có một bạn nói đúng á. It was eventually taken by a company who owns a number of... Cái gì? Who owns a number of... Cái gì đó? Amusement park. Đúng rồi, amusement park. Okay, clear? Yeah, rồi, tốt lắm. Parks, a number of. Rồi, thế là có rất nhiều cái công ty đấy thì họ sở hữu rất nhiều công viên, đúng không nào? Công viên vui chơi giải trí á. Yeah, tốt lắm các bạn. Rồi, dễ ha. Thế thì đáp án là gì? Government ở đây chỉ support thôi, còn finance family thì bán luôn rồi. Và cả cái câu chốt là cái công ty này nó sở hữu rất nhiều công viên vui chơi. Yes. C. Okay, clear. Yeah, đấy nghe là phải nghe làm sao biết tại sao mấy đứa kia sai và biết tại sao câu đấy đúng. Yeah. Đợt gần đây thì hơi lừa tí là cái câu mà chọn nhiều đáp án á. Câu chọn một đáp án thì hầu hết người ta vẫn nói hết đáp án á. Cái câu chọn nhiều đáp án, 2 hay 3 đáp án á, thì người ta bắt đầu lừa là người ta không đọc đáp án thôi. Yeah. 13, nghe tiếp nhỉ. Rồi, rooms visitor can. Rồi, ở trong một vài phòng visitor có thể làm được gì? Mình nốt lại hết hả? Cô kéo xuống dưới tí để có chỗ viết cho câu 13. Ok. Có, cô thấy em, hai mí, cô có thấy. Nãy hồi lúc trước thì cô có thấy nha. Yeah.
But when we get there, I think you'll see that they've managed to retain the original atmosphere of the castle. When you go inside, you'll find that in the staterooms, there are lifelike moving wax models dressed in costumes of different periods in the...
There's lifelike, moving, xong rồi dressing in, cái gì, xong rồi bọn nó đang làm gì với nhau. Ok, rồi cô có thấy, hai mí đừng lo. Cái lúc mà put on the market với cả phần amusement park thì cô không thấy thôi, còn trên thì cô có thấy. Alright, các bạn ơi, comment giúp cô nào. Lifelike moving gì, dressing in cái gì. Xong rồi cái phần tiếp theo mình sẽ nghe sau. Hello, hello. Vince đâu? Thu đâu? Yes. Moving. Cái gì đấy, models nữa nhỉ. Chắc cô nói luôn cho các bạn nhỉ. Wax models. Đó, nãy cô cũng nói đó. Những cái này, những cái C model historical figures có thể nó là tượng sáp giống Madame Tussauds đó. Dressing in costumes of the periods. Đúng rồi đó, banana. Sao hôm nay banana vô sớm mà không luyện phát âm thêm. Không phải không luyện phát âm mà không luyện speaking thêm. Of the period. Trong cái thời đại đó. Đó, thế xong sau đấy là mấy cái tượng này nó còn làm gì với nhau nữa này. Nghe để chốt được đáp án này.
Government support, and they put it on the market. It was eventually taken over by a company who owned a number of amusement parks. But when we get there, I think you'll see that they've managed to retain the original atmosphere of the castle. When you go inside, you'll find that in the staterooms, there are lifelike moving wax models dressed in costumes of different periods in the past.
Dressed in costume, different periods in the past, right? Of different periods in the past. Những cái thời gian khác nhau in the past. Xong rồi mấy cái costume này nó đang làm hoạt động gì? Nghe tiếp.
Which even carry on conversations together.
Which even làm gì với nhau? Hello, các bạn comment giúp cô nào. Which even, cái gì đấy, together. Yes, đúng rồi, carry on conversation together. Nghe là conversation là ok rồi. Carry on conversation together. Rồi, yes, đúng rồi đó. Thế thì câu này rõ ràng luôn, câu 13 đáp án là gì? Yes, câu 13 đáp án là gì? Chọn C đúng rồi. Không hề nói đến actors ha. Rồi tẹo nữa mình nghe tiếp là sẽ không thể nói đến actors và cũng không nói đến experts của A và B. Nghe tiếp.
As well as that, in every room, there are booklets giving information about what the room was used for.
Booklets giving information about what the rooms was used for. Booklets có cái kiểu quyển sách nhỏ nói về thông tin của cái căn phòng đấy, chứ đâu nói về experts. Đâu có experts xuất hiện. Yeah.
And the history of the objects and furniture it contains.
And the history of the objects and furnitures it contains.
The castle park's quite extensive.
Hết rồi. Đó, không có actors, không có expert, vậy là bỏ A và B, mà chắc chắn C là rõ rồi. 14 Castle Park, sang 14 luôn này. Người ta sẽ nói 3 đáp án nha. Nghe nha.
At one time, sheep were kept there, and in the 19th century, the owners had a little zoo with animals like rabbits and even a baby elephant.
Rồi, vào thời điểm nào thì the owner had a little zoo và có cả baby elephant nữa. Ok, vào thời điểm nào các bạn? Nãy nghe thời điểm nào? Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm. Bạn Mạnh Trường, 19th century. Yes, banana. Rồi, nghe tiếp.
Nowadays, the old zoo buildings are used for public displays of paintings.
Nowadays, the old zoo buildings. Rồi, old zoo. Public display for gì đó? Paintings. Đúng rồi. Và gì nữa? Nghe tiếp này.
Sculpture.
Painting and gì? What? Painting and gì?
Government support and on conversations together. As well as that.
Đúng rồi, sculptures. Sculptures. Ủa? Sao vậy ta? Rồi. Tại cô đang đánh máy thì cái pha nghe nó cứ đơ lại luôn, phải kéo lại từ đầu. Thôi kệ. And sculptures. Rồi, sculptures là gì? Các bạn ơi. Rồi, sculptures là cái gì? Paintings là tranh vẽ rồi, thế còn sculptures là gì?
The sphere of the castle. The Fennis family could no longer afford conversations together. As well.
Đúng rồi, là bức tượng điêu khắc. Ok, sculptures. Rồi, thế là ở đây là zoo đã không còn. Đúng rồi, nãy có một bạn nói với cô ở trong comment là zoo không còn, là ngày xưa thôi, không phải bây giờ. Old zoo thì đã trở thành như vậy. Thế thì cái đoạn mà ông vừa nói xong là chọn đáp án nào? Chọn đáp án nào? Public display for paintings and sculptures. Đúng rồi, V English. Ủa sao giờ mới xuất hiện? V English. Ok, giờ các bạn khác cũng đúng hết luôn. B, yes. Art exhibition, tại nó có paintings and sculptures. Nghe tiếp cái cây 800 tuổi nó làm sao nhá.
As that, in every room, there are booklets giving. The castle park's quite extensive. At one time, sheep were kept there, and in the 19th century, the owners had a little zoo with animals like rabbits and even a baby elephant. Nowadays, the old zoo buildings are used for public displays of paintings and sculpture. The park also has some beautiful trees, though the oldest of all, which dated back 800 years, was sadly blown down in 1987.
Okay. Cây 800 tuổi bị làm sao? Cây 800 tuổi bị làm sao các bạn? Was sadly, đúng rồi, blown down in 1987. Viết cho đủ chứ còn nghe được was blown down là đủ hiểu rồi. Đã bị thổi mất rồi. Ok. So, 87 hay 97 thì thôi ha. Mình cứ biết là nó đã blown down ha. Rồi. Alright. Tiếp nhỉ. 15. Nghe tiếp 15 này. Rồi. Thế là cái này mình bỏ nó nha. A bỏ. Rồi, at the end of this visit, the group will have. Trời ơi, ông này ông dắt cái ý đi xa lắm nha. Câu 15 này để ý nghe kỹ nha.
Now you're free to wander around on your own until 4:30. But then, at the end of our visit, we'll all meet together at the bottom of the great staircase. We'll then go on to the long gallery, where there's a wonderful collection of photographs showing the family who owned the castle 100 years ago.
Rồi, meet at the bottom of the great staircase. Xong rồi đi làm gì nữa các bạn? Đi làm gì nữa? Chưa đến đáp án đâu. Người ta còn chưa đọc đến đáp án mà. Người ta đi ra đấy, người ta xem photographs. Xem photographs of family. Rồi. 100 years ago. Đúng rồi, tốt lắm. Show photograph. Đúng rồi, đã ha với Đăng Trần. Nghe lại đoạn đấy nha. Photograph family. Trong cái hình, cái gia đình đang làm cái gì này?
Visit, we'll all meet together at the bottom of the great staircase. We'll then go on to the long gallery, where there's a wonderful collection of photographs showing the family who owned the castle 100 years ago having tea and cakes in a conservatory.
Rồi, 100 years ago. Rồi. Who owns the castle 100 years ago? Who owned the castle 100 years ago? Right. Và người ta có gì? Who owned the castle 100 years ago? Rồi. Và người ta đang having tea and cake. Trong cái bức hình đấy là người ta having tea and cake. Ở đâu? In the conservatory. Tốt lắm Đăng Trần. In the conservatory. Rồi. Người ta ăn bánh uống trà ở trong cái nhà kính mấy trăm năm trước. Nghe tiếp.
And we'll then take you to the same place where afternoon tea will be served to you.
Câu cuối. Viết cho cô cả câu cuối đi. We will then take you to where cái gì đó will be làm sao to ya. Ok. Rồi. Cái nhà cô vẽ. Conservatory là cái gì? Là cái nhà cô vẽ. Vẽ hơi phũ nhưng mà anyways, đó là cái nhà kính. Thường nó sẽ dính liền luôn với cái nhà chính. Trên cũng kính, trần cũng kính và bốn bên không có tường mà là kính hết. Yes. Alright. Tại vì như vậy thì nó ấm ấy. Kiểu mùa đông vẫn được nhìn ra bên ngoài, vẫn được cảm thấy mình đang ở bên ngoài, nhưng mà thực chất là không. Tại vì vẫn có sưởi ở bên trong nhà. Chủ yếu làm vậy cho nó ấm thôi. Rồi, serve to you. Mà Anh thì nó lạnh suốt chứ đâu phải riêng mùa đông. Mùa nào nó cũng lạnh hết. Same place. Yes, đúng rồi, tốt lắm các bạn. Tốt lắm bạn Đức. To the same place where afternoon tea will be served to you. Đó những gì ông nói. Right. Rồi, mất chữ rồi hả? Ok, cho sang bên này nhá. Mất chữ ở dưới hả? Đây. Ok, rồi, rõ ha. Thế thì đấy, sau khi ông cho mình một vòng, ông bảo là hẹn nhau ở dưới cái staircase at the end. Mà ông nói về photographs, ông lại còn hẹn nhau ở dưới meet together nữa. Nhưng mà meet thôi, chứ còn có chụp hình cùng với nhau hay không? Bỏ đáp án nào, chọn đáp án nào, rõ ràng luôn rồi, đúng không nào? Còn mấy cái owner này thì là hình chụp từ không phải 100 năm trước. Lẽ ra nãy có phải viết hundreds thêm s chứ không phải 100 mà là hundreds years ago. Ok. Rồi, owner từ mấy trăm năm trước rồi thì làm sao mình xuống gặp được nữa? Kỳ, chơi gì kỳ. Ok. Đáp án là A. Yes, bỏ C. Đúng rồi, tốt lắm các bạn. Đâu có chụp hình gì với nhau. Mà owner thì chắc chắn không gặp được rồi, làm ơn. Gặp được thấy hơi sợ. Ok. Thôi map sang buổi khác. Nay đến 1:30 rồi. Tại nay luyện speaking nhiều quá. Sang buổi ngày mai. Mai cô vẫn live mà. Ok. Alright. So, các bạn ơi, các bạn muốn lấy tài liệu hôm nay học thì nhắn vào đây nhá, để vào nhóm. Còn các bạn muốn đăng ký học IELTS giao tiếp hoặc là tất cả các chứng chỉ nào thì nhắn vào đây hoặc nhắn vào nick TikTok cô. Tất cả các chứng chỉ nào là các chứng chỉ tiếng Anh nhá. Bữa có bạn trên live hỏi cô có dạy JLPT không? Thì cô xin thưa rằng là cô còn đang học JLPT. Ok, cô không có dạy tiếng Nhật nhá. Alright. Ok, hai Mỹ, mai dậy sớm. Rồi, good. 11:30 là bắt đầu. Alright, rồi. Mai chắc mình sẽ xài cái map này nha. Alright, đây cô chuẩn bị sẵn, viết sẵn cái này để nó trên cùng một màn hình cho mình làm rồi đó. Ok. Rồi, lovely. Cô dạy offline thường ở quận Phú Nhuận hoặc quận 10 nha các bạn. Alright. Còn online thì bạn ở đâu mình cũng có thể học được hết, đúng không nào? Cho tiện. Rồi, đó, thì các bạn muốn đăng ký học hay muốn test đầu vào 4 kỹ năng IELTS thì nhắn vào đây hoặc nhắn vào nick TikTok của cô. Alright. So, bye everyone. Have a nice day and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Bye bye. Bye Banana. Bye Haimi. Bye Bali. Lucky. Okay. Bye 6.5.